Zog dum dums. It's Big Mac Armstrong here from Other Miniatures. A master procrastinator, to be honest, yeah. So, I was supposed to make this video for the end of October. Unfortunately, this ugly, dirty, disgusting thing called real life gets in the way. And I'm late. I'm very, very late. It's, what, a week and a half. Yeah, but we are today gonna be showing you my build for the Shadow and Sun annual Orktober challenge. Well, build off in our case. We decided on building some piece of orcish terrain. Shadow already posted his video and it's awesome. My one, it's good. I like it, but let's just be semi-critical about ourselves and say that, you know, it still requires some work, but that's intended actually. So yeah, let's get on the table and see what I did. Yep. After a long time of trying to figure this entire thing out, I decided that it's gonna be a 40k build. So what we're gonna do, I have this crane already disassembled and cut into pieces. Yeah, and I want to make Big Mac workshop. Yeah, and it's not gonna be easy. So I have those gutters. There was the crane piece, you know, just like entire thing was looking like that. I cut it in half. And then we have this thing, which was the arm, which I can just stock inside in here. That's gonna be my I don't know how to call it, just the top of the crane. Yeah, I know that it's a crane and I'm making it into a different crane, but yeah, it's a craneception, I would say. So I know that probably hot glue would be better for that, but yeah, I've been procrastinating about this build for way too long, so I need to hurry it up. So yeah. So now, second thing, on the other side, I think that that's roughly here. That should be fine, and as you can see, I did actually have to cut this side to fit better into the idea of this contraption. It's a tiny bit too long, so I'm gonna just cut it down. Alright. Again, as it is Orky build, it doesn't have to be exact, as long as it kind of sort of works. So now, super glue over here and over here, and then some here. And gods of Olympus, please save me, because like the fact that I was procrastinating isn't that bad, but how much time it actually took me to figure it out, you know, what I want to do is incredible. And then I have the cabin left, and I have this piece. I'm thinking about putting them in the background here, just as the pieces, you know, of the decoration, a little bit of a line of sight breaker. This is a 1 by 1 feet board. So let's do that exactly what I'm planning. I'm just gonna keep them as they are. Yeah, no massive converting of that. Just want to use as much of this crane as I can actually as a pieces of terrain. Now I paid for it like a tenner, so I'm trying to get my money worth out of it. And it's all, you know, big, clunky, nice looking piece of machinery. Well, looks as like machinery, which is nice. And then of course my stretchy, whatever you call them, the scrunchies, yeah, the plastic ones. And I think that I can just feed them through the top of this, like a couple of them. Yeah, and it's gonna look like some sort of a wiring. That's what I think it's gonna work like. Okay, and this one, oh, there we go. Then I have another one that I can call those two together, just a little bit. And then run it on the inside, in here and to here. And this one can be stretched a little bit more. We're gonna super glue it here. Here first and then here. Then we're gonna help the super glue. Oh, of course it did connect to my fingers. Yeah, so we have that. And we're gonna go with the other side as well. I'm doing ridiculous thing with the scrunchies or whatever you call them. Yeah, they are kind of old, so you can see that they are actually breaking apart. They've been sitting in my box for quite a while. Or for just my luck, I guess. Like that. Okay, kind of works. Again, just give it a dusting of that, and then we can do that one. Like this. Let's leave it for now. Yeah, so we have this lovely little thing. And now we need to put the next piece in. Well, I need something round. So this, yeah, this is my spin table, obviously. Yeah, and then we're gonna need a machine that our Big Mac is working on. And because this is our lazy Susan, yeah, we need a ramp. We need a ramp, and we need it quickly. And we need it to be, kind of sort of stable enough. So we're gonna just, this one was actually prepared for a different project that never came to fruition, because I was thinking about building fantasy build for this. And yeah, plans changed. So yeah. So this is gonna be our ramp. There we go. This is this long. And then we need to finish it. Yeah, that's very pleasant sound. Let's see. That's gonna work. And now how tall it's supposed to be. Let's see if that's gonna be good enough. Yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do, I still have a big part of this entire thing somewhere in my, so I have this. And what I have to do, I want to chop this off because I'm gonna put this as a piece of the decoration. I think this and this, that part, I think I'm gonna stock in here after I have it cut off. But there is a lot of cutting of the material that I don't need. This is the base of the crane, yeah. And I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna remove this and we're gonna attach it probably along this side, and then we're gonna cut this and attach it somewhere. So just give me 5 minutes and I'm gonna be back after I cut it to pieces. Turns out the job is much easier if you are using the right tools. I just grabbed my metal shears that I remember that I bought ages ago, and cutting this was a cinch, then just cleaning up with the scalpel blade, and the easiest job ever. So we're gonna attach this in here. What I'm thinking this is gonna be some sort of a power generator for the workshop, yeah. And then we have in here this, and I'm still kind of halfway if I want to use the entire thing, because this is I'm gonna have to use some sort of a plastic card to close it, but this is gonna be like a winch unit for the entire thing with the engine and everything, yeah. So I'm thinking just have this power cord anywhere, because it's just going up without my intervention, which is lovely. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm struggling with big terrain projects, and I just pinned that together so it's not falling apart. Now this big piece that is the back of the crane, I was trying to find a place for it somewhere, but it literally doesn't really fit anywhere. Like, it would be okay maybe in here, but then I would have to disassemble the rest of it. In here it just fills up the space way too much, yeah. So I think that I'm gonna have to abandon it. I have this piece that I made out of cardboard. I don't know if I'm gonna use it anywhere, but piece of flooring maybe somewhere. It kind of works. So what I want to do, I want to build a ramp in here, but I want it to be from the scrap plastic card. Yeah, so we're just gonna be using different kinds of plastic card, sheets like that. Yeah, just cut them in pieces, glue this together, and extend it around, so it's gonna be a big ramp coming up to here. Well, I know that you couldn't see it, but coming up to here. So just pieces of plastic card cut into different shapes. Make it orky, yeah? There is no rhyme or reason to it. It could be square, it could be whatever. Yeah, and we're gonna use not too much, but some of this plastic card as well, the metal plating. I finally gonna have to buy some more. But I'm going to Poland in a couple of days, so maybe I'm gonna find a store that actually sells this stuff. Yeah, if not, Green Stuff World, gonna have to come in handy, because they are the ones they bought those ones from. Yeah. And what else do we have? I have a lot of texture plates in here, but I'm not 100% sure yet if I want to use them. Yeah, but let's just start gluing, random pieces of plastic card, because this cannot stay just a foam. Yeah, I barely even, accept the fact that I have to use anything else than plastic in my builds. So yeah, it's kind of my thing that I'm not really a huge fan of foam, paper, cardboard inside of the builds. Terrain are okay, but if it comes to normal models, I'm just I guess elitist when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, if I'm elitist in anything, but still, just not my thing. I don't like the look of it on normal models. Cardboard, you can straight away kind of see where the cardboard is if it isn't painted very, very well. So yeah, and there we go. Next bit. I don't really think that I have enough of the plastic sheets in here, but this is gonna give you the gist of what I'm looking for, in this piece. I'm just trying to expand this platform, and then I'm gonna fold it to the ground, so it's gonna be hard to explain. It's not gonna be one big straight and then going down to the on the straight line. It's just gonna fold itself, so it's gonna be a lot of bent plastic card in there. Yeah, that's the best explanation. Okay, so I'm gonna build that ramp. Yeah, fill up the back of this with the plastic art, and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so we have our ramp. Yeah, I did plastic art the rest of the board as well to give it some texture when I'm gonna be painting it. Now I only have those little bits, of texture plastic art to attach, and I'm just gonna attach them, probably on the ramp, because this is gonna be a centerpiece, and it's gonna look the best in here. Sorry, I know it is taking ages to get this all attached, but yeah. Believe me, it took me ages to even try to figure out this project today. Well, today, for last couple of days. So yeah. Shadow did actually make a lovely dice tower. And I am competitive. I don't want to be, worse than that. So I try my best to come up with something semi-decent, as my part of the build. So yeah, there we go. And I have one more big one, so I'm gonna just glue it probably somewhere in the back, just to add a little bit of a texture in there, just like this. As you can see, I don't really pay much attention where it is going. So now I have a little bit of gibbons. I have those wheels in here, and I have the other wheels. Yeah, I have some fuel cans. This is supposed to be a Max workshop, yeah, so we need stuff like that to help with the idea that it is that the mech is actually building something in here. So I'm gonna move it. You can see that I put the wheels around here, which is gonna stack them nicely. And I know that it is an open workshop because it doesn't have a roof or anything like that. But if I want to include the spin table, yeah, or for the workshop purposes it's gonna be a lazy Susan, yeah, we need to have space in the middle and open space, because this is gonna be my new thing to spin my cars and my builds around during the final little spin table teeny weeny. Yeah, so we have that. Now those fuel cans, we're gonna put them to the front. Yeah, maybe like in here. There are three. Like just toss them over here. Hey, one of them just on the side of the ramp. We have three more. So there we go. 1, 2, and 3. Typical orc organization. But of course, bad moons wouldn't be bad moons without looting some loot from other factions. So we have some Imperial crates that I 3D printed ages ago and never used for anything. They are just sitting in the box and collecting dust. And my pet fur. So we're gonna just toss them in as a decoration as well. Well, I know that I use them on different builds, but in here I have a chance to actually make them a little bit more of a well, interesting piece, let's just say. Yeah, so just stack on top of each other. In the back, I know that this crane is covering pretty much everything, but believe me, I'm stacking them. And they make it look more interesting anyway. And of course, when they are stealing stuff, you know, they would steal probably more fuel, oil, and whatever else. So I grabbed a couple of those 3D printed barrels. We just, you know, of course, we have some fuel, so we're gonna put more. And those actually gonna just go in different places around the board. Actually, maybe just stack them in one spot. Let's see if that's gonna work visually for me. Yeah, it kind of does. So I just put 4 in one spot and one more. It's getting busy here, but we're gonna just put it on this side here. And of course, you know, I found this dreadnought arm. I know that I printed a couple of them for I don't know what. Like, I like this arm, so we're just gonna toss it in here, you know, as a piece of the scrap pile. Yeah, it's just gonna be laying there because, you know, our boys did steal it from a dreadnought. Yeah, because why wouldn't they? They gonna be stealing anything that isn't bolted down, and if it isn't bolted, they probably have a grinder to remove it from the place it was bolted to. Yeah, but I think that this is the entire idea. Now I have to prime it, so I'll be back in a few seconds. So now that we have the basics done, yeah, the terrain is dry brush and the pieces that's gonna be different color are white. We just have to give them some, you know, paint. So fuel tanks gonna go yellow, the imperial boxes gonna go green, and the barrels I actually gonna move away from my traditional colors for the barrels, and I'm gonna make them red because they're gonna be like one of those, you know, computer games explosive barrels. I just wanted to bring a little bit of computer gaming into this. And of course, because of pure laziness, I'm just using the speed paints because that makes everything just go faster. Right, so we have that done. Oh no, that's not all yellow. We still have that dreadnought arm there, and I want it to be Imperial Fist. Yeah, this little bugger here. So let's just sludge it with yellow. Yeah, and I don't care if it's gonna be the gun barrel, which should be metallic or whatever. There is enough metallic already on that, so we're gonna just go entire yellow. Yeah. It's a looted part at the end of the day. So who knows if orcs looted it from the yellow part surplus or something. And I just use way too much yellow. So let's just splash it here. And let's see. Orcish style cautious stripes on one of the plates. Yeah. Now let's go for that red on the barrels. Thank God we don't have too many of those. And I just gonna mix it with the yellow. Gonna make it a little bit orangey. Who cares? Yeah. So just the barrels, and again smoosh it with the paint. And of course, because this is all three-dimensional, it's not easy to paint it looking only from one direction. And so we have this, and then we have those 3 barrels over here. So just top on, well, 4 barrels yeah, because they have 3 and 1 on top of everything else. And even after this video is done, this is not the end of the project. This project is gonna be showing up in a future videos, and I'm gonna be making changes to it. It's gonna be roasting with time, maybe some new tools gonna be showing up and stuff like that. Yeah, so keep an eye on that, and you know, it might be interesting. Yeah. Just masking this, and now of course this side. So yep. And I don't care about the spills on the floor. Yeah, it's orcish, it can be spilled, and it can be messy and dirty and, you know, all over the place. Yeah, but right now it's gonna be somewhat pristine. We're gonna be definitely doing some weathering on that stuff. Okay, so that's the barrels done. Now just rinse the brush and get the green for our come on, for our Imperial crates that we stole from Imperial Goods Surplus store or whatever. Yeah, because I'm messing. I don't really think that Imperials do have a surplus stores or any really. There's probably something existing for the nobility in the hive cities, but generally, you know, they just get what they get. So again, it's all painted white because the all of the speed paints and all of the, you know, those easy to paint apparently, which are not really that easy anymore, paints are supposed to be used on the light background. And you are probably seeing a lot of white paint sticking here and there, or, you know, unfinished stuff sticking here and there. And I don't mind at this stage. I've been procrastinating on that so long, and I'm surprising that I'm even finishing it, even though I never have problem. Well, I wouldn't say that I procrastinated, it just life gets in the way way too much lately. But you know, I'm not very successful, so I need to work for my stuff. Yeah. Oh my gosh, those paints are very, very hungry. They really use up a lot. That's the one downside of the speed paints, you know. You're not gonna paint as much with them if you're gonna use them as intended, as you would with the normal paints. Because if you use them as intended, they are really just, you know, being slobbered all over the place. And that uses a lot of paint. Okay, and just those few more here. Just cover that on that wheel. And as you can see, the spray paint that I used was actually a gloss spray paint. So trying to knock it down with the dry brushing was somewhat semi-successful. But for example, if we are looking at those wheels in here, they are very, very glossy. Yeah, we're gonna be doing something with that probably at the end of the one of the next videos. Well, or maybe do something about that in the video. Well, you will see in the future. Yeah, this is gonna be showing up much more often on your screens. Okay, almost there, almost there. Okay, I'm done. I'm just gonna throw a spin table once I'm done with this, yeah, and we're gonna see how it turns out. Oh, there we go. The paint is still drying, but the intended use of the terrain is here, you know. It is basically a nest for the spin table. And, you know, I'm thinking maybe we're gonna build in the future a platform in here with the Big Mac, you know, maybe working on something. So yeah. I think that is it, but you know, if you didn't see Shadow's video, please go have a look, give him a like, give him a subscribe. You know, he is a great guy. And yeah, that's it for today. If you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe. I know it was a little bit long. Yeah, but you know, we survived. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye bye.